Welcome to Realms of Rivalry, a concept that brings together legendary characters from diverse realms and civilizations, putting them against each other in epic battles. Strange energy crackled in the skies above the kingdom of Eternia. A swirling rift of vibrant crimson and dark shadows formed ominously near Castle Grayskull, disrupting the serenity of the land. Birds scattered, animals fled, and an unnatural stillness overtook the surroundings. Inside the castle, He-Man stood beside the sorceress, his trusted guide in times of peril, as she gazed deeply into the glowing rift. "This is not of Eternia," the sorceress said, her voice laced with concern. "The power surging from this portal is ancient, destructive, and unlike anything we have encountered." He-Man clenched his fist, his towering form resolute. "What's causing it?" he asked, gripping the power sword tightly. The blade shimmered faintly, as if responding to the energy before them. The sorceress's eyes closed momentarily. "It's a force tied to another dimension, linked to the Crimson Gem of Cyttorak. A champion of immense power is crossing into our realm, and he brings chaos with him." Even as she spoke, the portal widened, and from its depths emerged a colossal figure. Standing nearly 8 feet tall, with a muscular frame encased in unyielding crimson armor, Juggernaut stepped into Eternia. His booming laughter echoed across the land as he surveyed his surroundings with a mix of curiosity and disdain. Villagers near the forest's edge screamed and scattered as Juggernaut's massive boots crushed the ground beneath him. "What is this pathetic realm?" he bellowed. "Cyttorak's power brought me here, and now this world will feel my wrath." He-Man wasted no time. He mounted Battlecat, his faithful companion, and raced toward the disturbance. As they neared the site of the portal, He-Man could see the devastation Juggernaut had already caused. Trees were splintered, the earth was torn asunder, and a distant mountain peak was shattered, the rubble scattered like pebbles. He-Man dismounted and approached the towering Juggernaut, his sword gleaming in the sunlight. "Stop this destruction," he commanded. "You've entered Eternia uninvited, and you will answer for the harm you've caused." Juggernaut turned his gaze toward He-Man, his smirk widening. "Who dares to challenge the Juggernaut?" he growled. "You think that toy sword can stop me? Let's see if your bravado matches your strength." As the epic unfolds, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment for more epic adventures. The ground shook as Juggernaut charged, his massive frame barreling toward He-Man with unstoppable force. He-Man braced himself, swinging the power sword with precision. The blade met Juggernaut's armor, sending a shockwave rippling through the forest. While He-Man's strength held firm, the sheer force of Juggernaut's momentum sent him sliding backward. He-Man's eyes narrowed. This opponent was unlike any he had faced before. Juggernaut was not only powerful, but seemingly unstoppable. As their battle raged, He-Man quickly realized that brute strength alone would not suffice. Juggernaut's blows were devastating, each strike leaving craters in the ground. He-Man dodged and parried, using his agility and skill to avoid direct hits. But even as he landed powerful strikes with his sword, Juggernaut remained undeterred, his laughter echoing through the battlefield. "You can't stop me," Juggernaut roared, smashing through a boulder that He-Man had used as cover. "I am the living embodiment of Cyttorak's power. Nothing can stand in my way." Recognizing the futility of a prolonged direct confrontation, He-Man led Juggernaut deeper into the forest. The dense terrain and natural obstacles slowed Juggernaut slightly, giving He-Man a chance to regroup. He used the power sword to create a magical barrier, hoping to buy himself time. Juggernaut's relentless nature, however, was on full display. With a deafening roar, he shattered the barrier and continued his pursuit. He-Man lured him into a narrow canyon, where the walls were unstable and prone to collapse. As Juggernaut charged, He-Man struck the canyon walls with a power sword, causing an avalanche of rock to bury his opponent temporarily. Breathing heavily, He-Man returned to Castle Grayskull to consult the sorceress. "He's unstoppable," He-Man admitted. "No matter what I do, he keeps coming." The sorceress nodded solemnly. Juggernaut's power comes from the Crimson Gem of Cyttorak. As long as he is connected to that source, he cannot be defeated. You must find a way to sever that connection. How? He-Man asked. "The power sword is your key," the sorceress replied. "It contains the magic needed to disrupt Cyttorak's influence. But you must strike directly at the gem embedded in his armor. It won't be easy, but it's your only chance." He-Man returned to the battlefield, determined and focused. He lured Juggernaut to an ancient temple filled with traps and magical energy. The temple's architecture crumbled under Juggernaut's assault, but He-Man used the environment to his advantage, evading Juggernaut's charges and landing precise strikes to weaken his opponent. The final confrontation occurred in the temple's central chamber, where a magical nexus amplified the power sword's energy. He-Man channeled this energy, infusing the blade with radiant light, as Juggernaut charged for one final, devastating attack. He-Man stood his ground and aimed for the gem on Juggernaut's chest. With a powerful swing, He-Man struck the gem, unleashing a blinding explosion of energy. Juggernaut roared in pain as the connection to Cyttorak's power was severed. The once unstoppable behemoth collapsed to his knees. His armor cracked and his strength diminished. He-Man approached the weakened Juggernaut, ensuring he was restrained before addressing the destruction caused. With the help of the sorceress, Juggernaut was returned to his own dimension, and the rift was sealed. As Eternia began to heal, He-Man reflected on the battle. It was not strength alone that had secured victory, but resilience, strategy, and the unyielding belief in the power of good. While the threat had passed, He-Man knew that challenges of this magnitude would always loom on the horizon, and he vowed to remain vigilant, ever ready to protect Eternia from harm.